things. So what we did today was look at different types of masquerade that are noted to be traditional in the Caribbean. And we want to say that there are certain things that repeat themselves throughout the Caribbean. And this comes from the African heritage and culture mixing with European heritage and culture, and as well Asian heritage and culture. And because of the people of the Caribbean being from all these different diasporas, it has impacted greatly the types of masquerade that exist. And predominantly with traditional masquerade, it is really linked to African ancestry. Okay? So we note that in the different islands, they have different names, but similar masquerades and similar differences. So, for example, we said the Dame Lorraine and the Mother Sally. The Dame Lorraine is from which country? Trinidad. The Mother Sally is from Barbados. The Jab Jab is from? The Blue Devils is from? The Boy Boy Man is from? St. Vincent. Moko Jambi is from? Stiltman is from? Barbados. Okay? So even though there is mud mask, which is our juve, even though there's pretty masks, our skin mask, which is feathers and beads, and there's military masks such as the soldiers and the naval officers, they still exist in the Caribbean traditional masquerade and traditional masquerade characters. Now, someone had asked a question about why is it that men were playing the Mother Sally or Dame Lorraine. Typically, most of the masquerade characters in the Caribbean were male. So men played all of the roles in terms of satirizing. In the case of Dame Lorraine, the aristocracy, the French aristocracy, that was part of the colonial heritage of Trinidad. And that is why they dress like that. And then they have the exaggerated bosom and bottom. Eventually, over time, women began to play the part, but then you still see men and women playing both of those roles. Okay? And so I want to ask about the why is it that they use paint in some places and molasses or tar in other places. The tar molasses is linked to African enslavement period, and the molasses is a byproduct of sugar, and it was said that this was used as part of the masquerade. And part of the masquerade is not to look pretty, it's to be ugly, it's to scare, it is to frighten, it's to scare. And that is the whole element of traditional masquerade. So this, using the pitchfork, using the horns, using the chains, all of that is linked to that element of spirituality and those sorts of things in the Caribbean. So that's why you will have something like that in a nutshell. Okay? Are any other questions? No? So everybody did a really, really good job. I hope you enjoyed, your element of traditional masquerade. You have the notes already on e-learning, so I'm just going to go through those a little bit further next week, and then we're going to start on our last module, which will be on Caribbean integration, independence to integration. Okay?